Hello, this is Joe DuPont at Chris Carney Watch. Also have Arlen Spector Watch and Robert Casey Watch. These have created to expose the sleazeballs that these three men are. In particular, Congressman Casey, who only votes for the average man in Pennsylvania when it does his party's goals. He's never successful voting against his party's wishes, which should tell you something. He's allowed to do token votes so that we don't see him for what he really is. He's a sleazeball. He's for mandatory health insurance, which means that if you don't make his buddies rich, that they will fine you and they'll throw your rump in jail. They'll come and get you at night, drag you out of your house kicking and screaming. To think that this man has children, he's raising children, to put future generations into slavery, and that's what we will become. The answer is that, well, if you don't have health insurance, you're going to be a burden on society. How the hell does he know if I'm going to be a burden on society? We have hundreds of thousands, we have millions of people living in cabins all over this country. They go out and they fish and they hunt, they live off land. You don't even know they exist. And I guess the problem is you're not sucking taxes off them for your fat pensions and your health insurance programs, which are paid for. And so you don't know what you're doing. It's these people that you want to give a blanket indictment on. And yes, some people will never have the means to get the type of health insurance or health coverage or health care that you want to say are deserving. And that's unfortunately a cool thing, but as a society we help people out. Typically we're helping out the hospitals so that their executives can make more money. This healthcare thing is a form of slavery. It's unconstitutional, and anybody who has any appreciation for the Constitution, Congressman Carney, while you're blowing people with your drones, acting like a big war hero, why don't you go check out on an aircraft and then fly missions into Afghanistan and Iraq and risk being blown out of the sky, okay? So sitting behind a desk and piloting some sort of remote control drone, and hopefully you're killing the right people. Hopefully you're taking out the bad guys. But this could possibly taking out some innocent people who are just happen to be in the wrong place at the right time. But you like to act like you're some big puffed up hero, and you're not. You're trying to destroy the Constitution. You have no idea that God gave us our constitutional rights. God gave all people in this world basically God-given rights of freedom. You are trying to take those rights away, and it's your pledged to support the Constitution. And when it turns out this thing is unconstitutional, you'll say, "Oh, I didn't know it." You know it was unconstitutional. You all knew it was unconstitutional, so you try to push it in your lockstep with your cronies and all your insurance companies and stuff. And it was never an issue, even the Republicans, as far as mandatory to be bad. No. Only a few of them have spoken about the mandatory aspect, but most of them are saying we can't have a public option. I don't care if you have a public option, whatever you want to have. I just don't want to have to be part of it. There is no supply and demand in the biggest market you'll ever see on this health insurance. If you don't like the price, you either pay or you go to jail. That's it. You know, they don't talk about, I want to spend my money on vitamins, I want to spend my money on organic food without hormones and all kinds of insecticides and garbage in it. That's what I want. That's my strategy to be healthy for as long as I can and live as productively as I can until I croak. And we're all going to croak. And you can pump crap into people and keep them alive for a couple of extra years in a vegetative state and call that living. I don't call that living. And that's what your whole healthcare plan is about. There's nothing to do with making us healthier. We live like we're 40th on the list of longevity in the world of regular nations. Who knows what other nations there are? But as far as main countries, we're like number 40th in longevity, and we spend almost twice as much as those countries on health care. So you tell me what the reason is. You don't even address that reason because you're all part of polluting us with all kinds of chemicals and crap in our food, artificial flavors, artificial colors, all kinds of preservatives. You allow hot dogs, nitrites in our food, and you worry about mercury pollution, yet that our amalgams and our teeth are all full of mercury, and we're just coming out with all kinds of things. And people say, well, we live longer so we get more cancer. No. Young kids are getting all kinds of cancer that they've never seen before. It's totally disgusting. It's people like you who allowed the pharmaceutical companies to push this hormone therapy, and now the government's saying, well, maybe we shouldn't x-ray women's breasts starting at 40. Now they want to raise it to 50. Well, the problem is that you take enough mammographies, and guess what? You're going to get breast cancer. And yes, they'll find it sooner. Oh, they will find it sooner. They caused it with these with this X-ray, and so they win either way. They treat these people. They don't care about the way women are being used just an income source. It's disgusting, and they can look you right in the eye, and they're doing it with this cholesterol-lowering medication. I mean, you could just go on an egg diet and lower just a protein diet and lower your cholesterol. You know, the whole problem is we're eating too much sugar. Sugar is the basis for cholesterol. Yet, no, we can't cut down on sugar. We have all kinds of artificial sweeteners. That if you want to hate Donald Rumsfeld for something, he's the one who brought us all this NutraSweet crap, which is screwing everybody up. No, this health care bill is a joke. And Congressman Carney, you are a joke. And I told you at that meeting in Canton where you lied about tort reform not doing anything. In Texas, it did a lot. It got doctors down there because they're practicing there rather than someplace else. So you can lie all you want with your statistics. You're totally unaware that most people don't want people to go to jail for not buying health insurance. They have more concern about the U.S. Constitution than you do, and you should know better because you've lied twice. You took an oath of office, and you took an oath to the military to defend the Constitution, and you're doing everything in your possible means to circumvent the Constitution, and then you'll claim like you didn't know any better. Well, if you don't know any better, you don't deserve to be our congressman. And I can't wait till we get a good candidate to run against you, because you have to be voted out of office with the rest of the slime that voted for this mandatory health care. And that's the way it's going to go down. And you are supporting a liar, and you won't admit that President Obama is a liar. He got elected by saying he was against mandatory health insurance, and you're supporting that lie by pushing it. And so don't give me any of the stuff that you're for us on these other votes that you've never been successful in. You please tell me what vote you were successful in defeating your party's wishes, because you have no intention of defeating your party's wishes. You are what you are. You're just like what's that joke about the lady who fished a cobra out of the water, who was drowning, and then the cobra bit her, and she said, "Why'd you bite me for?" He said, "Well, that's what cobras do." And that's what you do. You're disgusting. You're a disgrace to the state, and you fooled me once, but sir, you will never fool me again, and hopefully the rest of the people of Pennsylvania will be educated, and you'll never fool them again. They'll vote you out like they will that turncoat Specter and Casey, who tries to come across as this anti-abortion person. None of you people care about creating a whole new generation of slaves to the insurance industry. Let me tell you, you really stink, Congressman Carney. You really stink. And if there is a Lord above, you will face him eventually. We will face him. I think I can face him a little better than you, because you are a sleazeball.